drive up to DC, it was very fun because I got to meet a lot of cool people, and we conversed like the whole way basically to DC. We did encounter some small problems, but overall those small problems like brought us together.
So we just laughed, we were excited, we were full of like anticipation for the events that were ahead. It was very lighthearted. We had some international students in the van with us, so we got to know them and a little bit about their culture.
We might have slept maybe like 2 hours. We was just going back and forth, just laughing and talking. It was just filled with anticipation because you knew that you were going to witness something bigger than yourself.
Well, the very first night we all met in this one center area. Basically, we did some ice-breaking activities.
And then we just kind of got to know each other because we were only confined to our vans. I mean, we had met once before, but it was very briefly.
We had each van come up on like a little platform and then just state the van's name and
then each van kind of presented, you know, their style or, you know, how they rode up there. And so it was interesting.
What was your van?
My van was the diversity van because we did have the international students.
And what are you doing today?
I am going to Washington, D.C., and I believe that I'm going to go to the concert that Obama's going to speak at, and that lots of different artists are going to be there. So we are one. It's the concert.
Well, today the scheduled event is mainly that we're going to watch the tribute concert for Obama today, and it's going to be at the Lincoln Memorial. And seeing as though there's such a long walk there, we're going to try to visit all monuments that are leading up to that point. So that's the schedule.
And what are you doing today?
Driving down to Washington, D.C. to take part in the inauguration ceremonies. It's that one, but we're just
went to the concert because I'm a huge Beyonce fan and I really wanted to see her. Besides, I knew that other celebrities were going to be there.
I honestly in the beginning didn't think we would go to the concert just because there was going to be so many people there. But you know, we left really early. We got there really early, too early actually. We were right up close, but the concert itself was pretty fun. There was so many people there I've never seen before. Like, well, I've seen on like TV, but like that many celebrities in one place, just gathering around for one special event, and seeing Barack and Michelle, and just all the energy and all the excitement from the crowd. It's just pretty fun.
Like when the concert was over and we turned around, I didn't realize that so many people were behind us, and it was just crazy. I mean, the pandemonium, you know, the anticipation, everyone was just, and it's something about that feeling, just a group of that magnitude, just being there to, you know, to just witness such a big change. It was great. It was great.
If you have not signed in, it is just fine.
The lady called us over. She said they actually had more help than they anticipated or whatnot, but we still wanted to do something. You know, we didn't exactly know what to do, but we wanted to do something. We went around and asked if they needed anything. We went and signed up. We got T-shirts. We just did whatever we could. I remember one vehicle pulling up, and I think it might have been like 5 bags, and you had like 25 people just going over there because they all wanted to help.
I kind of left the group and went and handed out hand-me-down clothes to the homeless who came to get, you know, for their families, for themselves. A lot of people, they had trash bags and filled them up with clothing for their children, for their wives, for their siblings. So
at first we just organized some t-shirts. They had a lot of volunteers, so they didn't really need us. But me and a few other people were like, we're gonna find something to do. So people were moving chairs, started moving chairs. They were like, we don't need the chairs here, so we moved them back, and we just did a lot of miscellaneous things.
One of the most touching things or incidents that happened to me was they had like some books there. I mean, there weren't many children around, but they had some books there, and I was handing a guy some slacks, some dress slacks, maybe for, an interview or something. And he was receiving books at the same time, and he looked up at me and he was like, "This is for my daughter." And I was thinking, wow, like, this could have been my dad. And even though he's in whatever kind of predicament he's in now, like, he still saw some value in, getting books for his little girl to entertain her. So I thought that was very special. He had tears in his eyes. I had tears in my eyes. Everybody was kind of touched by that moment.
It has brought a sense of commitment. I kind of like recommitted myself to helping and not so much looking for opportunities where I can benefit from it, but as long as someone else is benefiting, as long as someone else is becoming a better person because of what I'm doing, then I feel that I fulfill my service as a public servant. Just being able to help somebody else, that's just the gratitude from that is worth a day's paycheck for me.
I don't know that's
train station, which I thought was going to be completely a ghost town, because I seriously thought they were kind of crazy for waking us up that early in the morning. But little did I know that once we got there, once again, it was etched in my mind again how many supporters Barack Obama has, because I found out that we were not the only group there.
That was our first introduction to crowd control. There was already people there, waiting to get on the train.
It was just amazing to see that many people there that early just to witness it. I mean, we were cold. We were cold.
The train ride itself is pretty cramped. I'm glad we got there early, because as we were going, they wouldn't even let people on the train. Just passengers were like, "Oh no, you're not getting on." No.
When we finally got into D.C., it was still dark. People were running around, just trying to get to be the first at the gate so they can hurry up and quickly get in.
It's just a sea of people, as far as the eye could see. When we were in line, Marquise told me to look back. I looked back, and I couldn't see road. I just saw, a bunch of people. And it was crazy, because I'd never seen that many people in my life.
We had to wait, I would say, approximately 6 hours to get through the gate. But, when you start off in the back, you don't really have a grasp of how long it's going to take, just because there's so many people, and you don't know how fast the line is going to move. We had to climb some things. We had to climb some people. We had to, look crazy sometimes towards people. But it was all out of, everybody had a good attitude.
Yeah, we were waiting in line for 6 hours, and there were gates, and there were people letting people through. And so I finally got through, and I was like, this isn't the inauguration, this is the parade. And I was a little disappointed. But it wasn't that bad, honestly, because we were a lot closer to Barack than a lot of other people.
We were able to get a good spot, and so we were at the corner at the light pole, literally on the street, and we was yards away from, Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, and First Lady Michelle Obama, so it was rewarding.
In our little section, he got out of his limo with Michelle, and we really weren't expecting that. And that was pretty cool, just being so close to him.
Do you ever wave to you?
You wave generally. I can say it was to me, but
The trip was definitely well worth it. It was very well worth it.
I'm glad I went. When I got back, a lot of people asked me about you know, what happened, what'd you do? And I never got tired in saying, you know, I was proud to be there, I had a good time.
Experience all over again?
Yes, I would.
Home and home?
Yeah. Maybe they should move the inauguration to the summer.
I would do it with 5 extra pair of socks.